Yo, what's crack? So, obviously, there's not a lot of stuff to talk about until, events happen, but I'm listing my contenders as of today. So, yes, the Nets are going to be on this list because Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are still on the Nets. This is all off the dome. I can't remember if I just said that, but this is just all off the dome. I haven't scripted shit. So, I'm probably going to miss a lot of stuff, important stuff about these teams. Maybe a bench player, maybe like blah, 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 whatever. Okay, I'm going to miss stuff. I don't care, okay? I don't care. So, I'll start from honorable mentions. This is the most controversial part, but gotta have a bit of controversy. Lakers. Do you know what I mean? LeBron and AD, you've got to be honorable mentions. Obviously, their players in their team, fucking hell. I mean, they're lucky to even be in the honorable mentions, but obviously they got LeBron and AD. So yeah, they're in the honorable mentions. The Dallas Mavericks. This is tough to say. Obviously, they've had a good year. They bet the fucking Suns. They embarrassed the Suns, if I'm being honest. And yeah, they're gonna get swept by the Warriors. But like that whole team, what am I judging it by? Like this team can win a championship. Like I can see this team making it to the finals. That's what I'm saying by this. I can see this team winning their conference or getting like a game or two away. Obviously, the Mavericks, after a good season last year, they could automatically already be in contenders, but it's just not what I think. It's just not what I think with all the with the teams, the way the teams are gonna be out this year. So yeah, and last of the honorable mentions is the Phoenix Suns. This could come back to bite me, but Chris Paul is a bit older. We don't know what's happened to DeAndre, and obviously Devin Booker is gonna be like an MVP player, so he could obviously carry them, but I don't think their window is over. Obviously, you never know. They could win. They could actually win back to back the next 2 seasons. We don't know, but at this moment in time, no. So here are the contenders. I will just start from the list. I'm going west to east first. So Warriors, no brainer. The fucking trio of Steph, Clay, and Draymond, Wiggins, Kuminga, Jonathan Kuminga next year. James Wiseman's coming back. We've got Moses Moody. Like, oh my god. What's his name? DiVincenzo. Hold on, I'm checking if I was right. Yeah, no, I was right. Yeah, Warriors are just, obviously, you could argue, obviously, losing Gary Payton, Al Porter, all these players, it's very tough. It's very tough, but, all you really need is that Jordan Poole, sorry. You just need that death lineup, and then they're good young players, and you're good to go. Obviously, they're in the mix to get Kevin Durant. If that happens, yeah, nah, it's theirs. It's theirs. It's theirs. Yeah, Warriors don't need to say too much. Obviously, they kept Kenny Atkinson, which is a W. I could not believe it. It was a fact. Like, wow, they're losing their assistant coaches. Why would they? Like, why would you join the Hornets and the Kings when you're on the Warriors? But Kenny Atkinson decided to come back, which I thought was a smart move. Anyway, Clippers. This is quite a popular one. Kawhi's coming back. Paul George. Two superstars, two-way superstars. In my opinion, if Kawhi never tore his ACL, wherever it was, last season, technically 2 seasons ago, I think the Clippers would have won. But obviously, that's just hindsight or whatever. Like I thought the Clippers would have won that. Their team is so deep. Their team is very deep. They're on par with the Warriors. They're probably like a tier known in the West. And also, I'll get onto the next 2 teams in the West. But yeah, Clippers and Warriors just in their own. They got, like, their team. I'll put a screenshot of their team right now. Like, look at those names. I can't really think of them right now because I've not planned this video, but I've got fucking Robert Covington, Norman Powell, Reggie Jackson. You got all these players. Like, I'm hoping, like, obviously I want to see a battle. I think we all want to see a battle of LA. Just get over with, but Clippers versus the Warriors is going to go crazy if they see each other. I think obviously, sort of a superstar league. If you have 2 phenomenal players like Paul George and Kawhi, your chances are very good, and especially with the team they're surrounded with, shooting and defense. Ty Lue, the best coach, top 3 or top 2 coach in the NBA. That man is a phenomenal coach. He'll outcoach almost any coach. Good adjustments. Like, he's such a good fit for the Clippers. Like, I'm probably it's hard to choose because obviously, you know, injuries and that, will they stay healthy? But like, I think Clippers might be my pick to win it. But also, we'll have to wait till opening night before we make a prediction. Nuggets, they have the MVP. They have the MVP. Jamal Murray's coming back. Michael Porter Jr.'s coming back. they got KCP. I don't know why you would trade, you know, Will Barton and all that. But I mean, you know, they've got an organization job for a reason. Also, this could be a phenomenal move. KCP could score a game-winning corner three to win them a championship. But you know, when you have that big three, they were like in the bubble, conference finals in the bubble. Obviously, bubble was fake. No, it wasn't. Bubble was not fake. You know, great in the bubble. Obviously, that's the last we really saw this like core group in the playoffs. But you know, Jamal Murray, if he can like, if he's just 90% of what he was in the bubble, 80%. By the time it's playoff time, obviously when he comes back, it's gonna be a slow start till about, you know, January, All-Star break, and then it's like, then it's the real Jamal Murray. You know, Michael Porter Jr. I've not actually watched too much of him, but for like obviously from the highlights, yeah, this guy's good. We saw him in the bubble too. We saw him last season or the season before. The guy's good. He got that 200 million? Possibly it could have been extension. Like you don't get that for just being, you know, a prospect. He's not proved it, but he shows great potential. Obviously, like I was saying with the, you know, Clippers and Warriors, when you have a superstar like Jokic on a team, who makes his whole team better? Like it just like, yeah, pretty much, yeah. When you got Jokic on a team, your ceiling just goes like that. Like you can't even see it because it's that high. But yeah, you know, that trio right there is nasty, and but I can't like, I'll just have to wait and see what happens. Yeah, the Grizzlies. I want to say before, this just came to my head because they played them in the first round. Honorable mention, I will say the Timberwolves, because they have Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert and Cat. Like their team is just pretty solid. I can't lie. I don't think they'll make a conference finals, but like you never know. Like Anthony Edwards is insane. So is that whole team. But anyway, I'm sidetracked. The Memphis Grizzlies, probably, you know, a weird team when they don't have the superstar. They're almost better, and it's so hard to like game plan and adjust against them when like you're planning for Ja misses a game, boom. Like, you know, was it 22 and I don't know the exact record, but at one point it was like 20-2. What? Obviously, they are gritty. They are passionate. They talk so much shit. I like it though. They shit talk all the time. Good defensively. The energy they play with, the crowd, like crazy stuff. They have a bit of showtime in them as well. Obviously, great plays. You know, transition is just phenomenal for them. And you got Jeremy Jackson blocking the shots. Dylan Brooks. Let's see if Ja can be a better defender. If Ja becomes a solid defender or a good defender to the point where you can like trust him, the Grizzlies would be a team to look out for. And they still are, but like Ja gets good defense, it just opens up so much opportunities. So yeah, that's everyone in the West. Everyone who do I see going to the finals? If I had to choose one, I mean, I'd probably go with the Warriors, to be honest, just because they've been healthy. It's a safer option. But like, I could definitely see Clippers, but like, yeah, I'll just go with Warriors. And for the East, we'll start with the Eastern Conference champions, who got a whole lot better. The Celtics. Obviously, you've got that big three again of Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and you add Malcolm Brogdon, who's probably, I'd assume he'd come off the bench. Yeah, at this moment in time, you could definitely see the Celtics just going back to the finals, but we'll get on to the other teams next. Yeah, their defense is just going to go on a whole nother level. They're free, like, just the addition of Malcolm Brogdon and the momentum of just being in the finals of last year, the confidence that brings, and also, the learning lessons from the mistakes and that whole final. Like, Jason Tatum is probably going to come back a beast. I think this team is just dangerous. Obviously, the Celtics still have some, stuff to improve. I think Marcus Smart, I made a video about it before, his decision making. He should probably take less shots. I think Brogdon could take some of his shots. But, those two will be somewhat playmakers and defenders while still hitting big shots. But, it'll be, the Jays that'll be hitting the big shots. Obviously, Al Horford's coming out. Robert Williams is going to get better. Like, this Celtics team, they're gonna be good. I'm a Sixers fan. It hurts to say, but yeah, Celtics can come back good. An interesting one. Well, not interesting. We all know this, but a team all these teams I'm most looking forward to see what this team will do is the Bucks. You know, reigning champions. Chris Middleton got injured and they didn't win. Obviously, they lost to Celtics, which was surprising. I was like, wow. But yeah, Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, phenomenal trio. Last season when they played with Brook Lopez, they were just the best team on the floor. They were the best team. You know, good defense. Giannis' jump shot's getting on. Chris Middleton, we know what Chris Middleton does. Drew Holiday as well. You know, great 3-point shooting. The defense is there. They have so many good 3-and-D players. You know, Bobby Portis. Also, you got Pat Connaughton, who just signed a contract extension. He's a good shooter. This team's almost perfect, but their coach will let them down. Their coach will let them down next year. I'd say with a team, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, their coach will. I think Mike Budenholzer will let them down once again, but he's a champion, so I think they can definitely win. Giannis officially, obviously Giannis being his prime. This is this is the prime. This is Greek freak. It's actually it's time. So yeah, Bucks. Obviously, these teams can make more moves. I think the Bucks should probably make a move or two. Maybe get obviously lost DiVincenzo. Maybe they get a good scorer off the bench. Also, they do have good scoring, but a solid 6-man option. Where you can right, okay, let's get this guy on. The other team's like, oh shit, this guy's coming on. But yeah, Bucks. Let's see what they do. So the Miami Heat. Got to be a contender. The Heat culture, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. Miami's a bit of a weird one. It's like you look at their team on paper and they could probably do something, and then they're just one of the best teams in the NBA. So you can't just count them out. No matter what the team looks like on paper. Obviously, their team can look a whole lot different by the start of the season, or by the time the season's over. They could have Donovan Mitchell on the team. They could have KD. There's so many options. You know, does Bam get traded? Does Tyler Hero get traded? Does Jimmy get traded? You know, their whole team can look so different, but obviously, you look at their bench, white guys that can shoot. But yeah, Tyler Hero, I think he's gonna have a phenomenal season next year. I think he could be a Hall of Famer, to be honest. Tyler Hero, it's a bit early. It's a bit early to tell, but they just have such a good team. Such the Heat culture is unmatched. You know, the conditioning, all that stuff, and the way they play. Just watch a Heat game. An important Heat game, and just see how they play. That's really all you need to know. Right, the fucking difficulty of recording on your phone is the storage. Record this twice, but obviously it's a Sixers, but I'll get onto the Nets real quick, just so I can get out of the way. Nets, KD and Kyrie staying on that team, they're legitimately probably a top 2 contender in the East, obviously. It's probably them. Oh, fuck, right, I need to be quick. Yeah, the Nets run it back. You know, they make out okay, we were wrong, or something. Not even they were wrong, right, we think we can win. Let's get this together. Let's build this chemistry. The Nets can easily win, bro. Easily. I don't even know. I don't even need to say why. Okay, you already know. Anyway, the Sixers. We have Joel Embiid, Maxey, Harden. We added PJ Tucker, DeAndre Melton. Obviously, Max is going to take that fucking leap, and Beat's going to take that leap. Hopefully, Harden is somewhat of his Brooklyn self before he got injured. Even last season, Brooklyn, obviously, the 2021-22 season, before he wanted to get traded, he was actually playing very good, very good. Obviously, he was some injuries here and there. But we can get that Harden. I think we can win a championship. Obviously, every season injuries happen. Obviously, Bucks last year, Chris Middleton doesn't go down. Maybe they win again. Year before, if KD has small feet, do you know what I mean? We could go on all day. Obviously stuff like that. If everyone's healthy, I don't think we win. I think we make the conference finals, but nah, I don't think we win. But I just think, with the load off Embiid finally, with Maxey becoming a legitimate threat, and Harden, if he turns into his old self, obviously he's committed. He's taken the pay cut. He started his training earlier. Obviously, the Sixers finally have that toughness of PJ Tucker and the leadership. A good off-season for us, and who knows, we could make it more trades. Tobias, I'm not against Tobias staying, to be honest. He's a very solid player as a stat. I think only 5 players or 4 players that have only had a better stat line average and Tobias Harris. It was like Tatum, KD, all these ridiculous players. Like, holy shit. But yeah, Tobias was phenomenal in the playoffs last year. Well, this year, man, crazy. I'm glad he's staying. Yeah, our team is looking very good. But I've obviously bearing East to West. I've every team. If I could choose two teams, so like every year it's like, oh yeah, it's the last two teams that made the finals, but it's never them. Like, and finally, I just want to touch on the KD situation. Obviously, I made a video about it quite a while ago, but every day as it passes, it just doesn't look like he's going to get traded. Obviously, he can. We've been in these situations before. It's like, oh, he's not going to get traded. Boom, he gets traded. But like, no team, the Nets going to have to down their asking price. Cat, Anthony Edwards, and like the amount of picks or whatever. No, you're not giving up for a fucking 34-year-old who's injury prone. Like, as good as KD is, as good as he is, no, you're not giving up Anthony Edwards and Cat for that. Not like, no. So I mean, yeah, if KD, to be honest, the Nets team looks okay. Like, yeah, you've got Ben Simmons in it. You got like Ben's a good defender. Ben's a good playmaker.